So let's welcome our own Doris Molero, Dr. Doris Molero from Argentina. And she's going to present a workshop for us entitled Role-Playing with AI, Language Text Games. And a few words about Doris. First of all, she's known as Pionia Destiny. She's very devoted, blending an educator, blending teaching methods, educational technology, and a focus on peace. She's enthusiastic about language learning, instructional design, and innovative educational technologies, especially 3D virtual environments and artificial intelligence for interactive and collaborative learning. She earned her bachelor's degree in modern language from LUZ, L-U-Z, a postgraduate diploma in educational informatics, and a doctorate in education from
Urbe.
Urbe, URBE. Thank you. Doris is proficient in using educational technology for fully online and hybrid courses with tools like Moodle, Google, social media, virtual worlds, and AI. Currently, she teaches English at the Institute of Distance Education and Educational Technology at Universidad San Pablo in Tucumán, Argentina. And Doris is an electronic village online coordinator for 2022 to 2025 and actively involved with TESOL's Call IS, Computer Assisted Language Learning Interest section. Doris, over to you.
Thank you. Well, now it's my turn to talk a little. Well, I'll be telling you about, let me tell you, I am from Venezuela originally, okay? I'm living I have lived in Argentina for 8 years now, but I come from Venezuela. My heart is still there. Role playing with AI, we're going to check on some tools and some test games that we can use, okay? So let us get started. And here we have a little bit about the speaker. This is for you to interact. So we don't have the time to do that right now. So anyway, here you have 3 things about me. And is that I had traveled to 4 different countries. I've been able to dance salsa since I was in my mom's belly. And I have cats and dogs as pets, and their names are John, Cecilia, Yellow, Tyrion, and Topocho. Okay, so now you got 4 fun things about me. Okay, now let's move on. That was the time where you were supposed, but anyway, you can use the chat and write three little things about you that you would like to share with us. Okay, we'll get back to that later. So
learning a language is like opening a door to a whole new world. AI roleplay can be the key that unlocks that door.
Okay, AI has told us that. And yes, I believe that AI is role-playing languages is this key to opening the world to a lot of possibilities, you know, is the door opening possibilities. We are language teacher. I am a language teacher. So what we want from our students that they speak, that they are creative, that they can dream and they can express themselves, okay, and face all the situations that they have to face at work, if they visit a new country, okay. So role-playing has been a tool for language learners for always. I mean, the first thing that you learn when you go to language school and you want to be a teacher, there is always role playing. And so we're going to look at some of the role playing now with AI. And what is the benefit for the language learners, the effectiveness or an appropriateness of doing this. Also, we're going to look at test-based games using ChatGPT and Gemini. Also, we're going to talk about interactive scenarios and adventures, role-play games with AI using both Bookcreator, and also I'm going to show a little bit of my experience of using AI in Second Life, like Elena just did. Role-play with the bot. This is another new thing where educators can create a bot and have students play with it, reflecting. You know, this material, I'm going to share the link so you can all get the links and go and try out the games, okay? So first thing that we're going to do is like, okay, what is role-playing for language learning? And here we have a little definition, like it's an interactive technique that allows learners to practice and improve their language skill by acting out realistic scenarios and engaging with other speakers. The basic premise involves learners taking on a character or identity and simulating conversations with other characters in the target language. The roles, context, and situations can be tailored to incorporate vocabulary and grammar being studied. So this is what we do in our classes, okay, in the traditional way. The students will play the role of a doctor, the patient, okay? But now we have this intelligent agents that can help around. Okay, so this takes us to a little definition about what is role-playing with AI. And now the difference is that now we can use conversational agents that allow learners to practice a new language in an immersive, realistic setting, even though if they do it in Second Life, they're going to be more realistic. Or if you can have all that paraphernalia that you need to have a setting in a classroom, then that will be a little bit more immersive. But learners will take on a fictional first-person perspective as a character and interact with an AI agent playing another role. This is on a one-on-one situation, but it could be adapted to a whole classroom, you know. So what I do when I have more than one student in my online classes is that I share the screen and then we talk about it and they take turns on answering. So this is like more a collaborative effort, okay? So it will depend on your on each teacher situation to adapt to their reality. Okay, so when we talk about what's in a role play for language learner, we can say that, of course, language practice, allows learner to practice language in context, okay? Personalized learning, you can adapt it to the particular situation that you have in your classroom again and what the students need. And low pressure environment, that is more important because they are talking to a machine, so they are not afraid. And they are encouraged to make mistakes, you know. Okay, so learning a new language involves more than just memorizing words. So you have to immerse yourself in it. This is my particular opinion about it. And role-playing as a character can make this process a critical thinking adventure, okay? Now, it is important to evaluate the effectiveness and appropriateness of role-playing with AI for teaching, you know. So these are some guidelines that can help you get started, like, you know, so first thing that you have to do is that whatever you're going to do, it has to be aligned with the learning objectives, okay? Also, it has to be something that engages and motivates students. Also, language authenticity, you know, students, the teacher has to be there. As we have heard from all of the other presentations, AI is not perfect yet, so teachers are still needed. Okay, it can give you feedback assessment, you can customize and adapt it. And of course, this is a good way to talk about ethical consideration. Role-playing, you have to put yourself on the shoes of the person you are role-playing so you can experience from that perspective, okay? Well, so since we know all that, now it's time to get started. So play the game, consider how you can use it with your students, create some more games and share them, please. And don't forget to have fun, okay? So let's get started. First, we're going to check on some test-based games. Like these are some traditional games that we play with our students in the classroom. Now you have the chance to play with an artificial intelligence. We had the 21 questions. That's an easy one. Let me see. Okay, let me give you the link. I'm going to share the link so you can try it out, okay? This is a quick little game that it can be adapted to any level. It's all the magic is in the prompt, okay? And this one, I told ChatGPT, let's play 21 questions, okay? I will think of an object and you will ask yes or not questions one at a time, trying to figure it out what I'm thinking, what I'm thinking of. Keep track of the current total and ask questions and attempt to guess the object before reaching 21. So ChatGPT says, okay, game on. Okay, I'm ready to play. Go ahead and think of an object. And I'll start with my first question. So the way I do this is I model this first with my students, and then I allow them to play by themselves. And then you can assign it as a homework too sometimes. Okay, people, we're going to, whatever, after you finish your class and you had talked about a specific topic, then you can tell your students, well, now let's play, you play 21 questions with ChatGPT on the topic and check on the vocabulary that you have been learning in the lesson. Okay. Also, you can play this in Gemini. Okay, let me see if I can work with this. Let me see if it give me, yes, it's giving me, or I don't know, Gemini is a little bit different from, yes, okay. As you can see, here you have the version in Gemini. Okay. Are you trying that out? So all of the other games are about the same, guessing game, a spot the difference game, animal riddles game, trivia quizzes, storytelling, add a sentence, word association. So let me share the link to the presentation so you can go, and I will have to get out of this a minute to do that. I'm going to share the link so you can get the presentation later, and then you can check on all of the games and probably try them out with your students. Feel free to adapt the prompt as you wish, okay? And if you create new things, please share it with the rest, okay, of the world, and let me know. Okay, so this is it. This is how you play test-based games. All works, the magic, again, as I said before, is in the prompt. Okay, how you conjure this magic is the spells that you use. Okay, so that's it. Now, let's talk about interactive scenarios and adventures. So learners engage in simulated conversations, situations, and challenges. These scenarios form the basis of the language learning experience, providing practical and contextual application on language skills. So we got this is Sorting Hat. This is in the Harry Potter world. Winnie the Pooh is another one, and the Mysterious Pumpkin Patch, and also Guardians of Hope. The Sorting Hat prompt, I get it from Nick Tichy, that he's going to be with us today too. But Guardians of Hope, I created with the help of Gemini. Okay, so let me give you the link to Guardians of Hope. Okay, so you can go and try it out. What is it? Okay, here. I get lost with the many things that I have on my. There you have the link to play. What is interesting about this game is that the origin of this game is reading. Okay, I created a story in Bookcreator that is called Guardians of Hope, and we work with this in class. So the game is a follow-up to the lesson. So all of the images were created also with AI, and so we learn about character consistency. You got the all the story, the students read it, we talk about that in class. And also what I added to the story then is some valuable lessons, what are the valuable lessons from the story, and you work all that, you work vocabulary. And in the Now you get the glossary with the new words. And now I'm going to add a quiz with the tool that we saw today, that's TWE. I have done that with other, because this is not the only one that I have made. Let me show you one with the, I had to go really fast on this. Okay, for example, this one. This is, I got it in English and I got it in Spanish, not only for English, because I also teach Spanish. And this is Tiago and Bigotes. Tiago is my grandson, so I dedicated this one to him. And since I am very far from Venezuela, I made this for him. And Antonella, my granddaughter. They are the characters in the story. And again, we work with vocabulary and all that. And also, I added, but it's not here. Where is it? Oh, this is in a different library. Let me see the libraries. Have you used, write in the chat if you have used Bookcreator? You know, this is a wonderful. Yes, this one. Elrich and the Mirror of Truth is another story for a lower level. And so sorry. Probably it's because I'm using a lot of resources. Anyway.
Hello. My name's Cariel, and I will tell you a short story. The name of the story is Eldridge and the Mirror of Truth. Eldridge was a small gnome. He lived in a magic forest with other gnomes.
So as you can see, there are many things that you can do with story, role-playing, and AI, and all connected, okay? If you have a lesson, then you can do something else, so you keep on working on vocabulary. Okay, are you following me? Yes, I'm still here. Okay, so this is, I invite you to go use these games, because they give you a situation and then you are a character, you had to choose a name and you had to play as a character in the story. So these are really good ones. I have a lot of fun with them, and my students had a lot of fun too. Also, it's easy to translate this into Spanish, and I use it with my Spanish classes too. And again, we're going back here. So let me click here. So now it takes me there again. Maybe here. Okay, yes. Here we have some more role play games. This is on topics related to language situations, whether a small talk. This is how to have a small talk, you know, so you have different levels when you play this game. And you get feedback also, you know, according to your answers, and it gives you ideas on how to use what is a proper answer, if you are formal or is not formal. Okay, how are we doing on time? Am I going too fast?
All good.
Okay, cool. Now this is the other thing that you can do, and you can role play with the bot. Okay, so Pi, I don't know if you are familiar with Pi. Pi is a friendly bot by Mustafa. I don't remember his last name, but Pi, you can find it in just register using email account, and It can be, you can use it in Spanish, in English, in German, okay? But it's not so good when you use, as you can see, I have been using it with my students in class all the time. I use it as a really fast dictionary, you know? How do you say tejer? I was modeling my students on how to use Pi. And let's see if we can listen to this.
Sure, I'll read the Spanish translation for you. Definitivamente es desafiante lidiar con personas pretenciosas. Pueden hacer que las conversaciones sean difíciles y creen una atmósfera incómoda. ¿Cómo sueles manejar situaciones con personas pretenciosas? ¿Intentas cambiar el tema, confrontarlos sobre su comportamiento?
Okay, so I say Pi. Can you tell me that in English, please?
Here's the English version. It's definitely challenging to deal with pretentious people. They can make conversations difficult and create an uncomfortable atmosphere.
You had different
Sure,
pronunciation.
here's the English version. It's definitely challenging to deal with pretentious people.
You get that?
Sure. Here's the English version. It's definitely challenging to deal with pretentious people.
Sure. Here's the English version. It's definitely challenging to deal with pretentious people. They can make conversations.
This is the version on the web, okay? Because Pi can be used also in WhatsApp, and also it can be used in Facebook messaging. In the web, you cannot talk. It doesn't allow you to record your voice, but only listen. And in the mobile version in Facebook, you can actually record a message, talk, and it will answer to you in a test. Okay, so this is Pi. My students are fascinated with it. They use it.
Facebook. Sorry.
Tell me again.
Did you say Facebook or WhatsApp?
Both. It can be used in WhatsApp and it can be used in Facebook messaging. And it's absolutely wonderful. It's Pi is especially designed to be empathetic. Okay, so so far I highly recommend it because my students are having, again, as I tell you, you know, they are using it as a fast dictionary. It's faster than going to ChatGPT or going to Google. You know, they just have it open there, the conversation, and they are checking all the time. Of course, there are many more things that you can do with it. So be creative. This is a great tool to help each other. Okay, and empower your students. What else do we have? This is Roleplay with the bot, and the tool is Mizou. Okay, here you can create your own bot according to whatever you need. Okay, so this is time travel interview, linguistic puzzle bot, guess the movie, vocabulary building for the TOEFL. Okay, so we have a lot of possibilities here. Let me give you the link to that one. Oh, yes. No, this is Pi again. Why are you taking me to Pi again? Let me get out of the slide and see what's going on. Pi, of course, because I got the link to, but anyway, let me find it really fast. I think I have it here open. Oh, yes, I opened it later before. So this is it. Let me give you the link. And it's very easy to follow the instructions on how to create a... There, that's Mizou. Yes. They started charging for the logs and feedback lately. Okay, yeah. So I don't use it for labs. I use it just for, you know, to play a game when we are together. And sometimes you have a little time after class, you know, or maybe you want your students to energize after being you're working with a difficult subject. This is like a brain break that we can play together. Okay, what else do I have? Okay, let us go back here. Okay, I cannot click here because it takes me somewhere else. I had to click over here. Now it keep on taking me. I'm using Canva, but so I don't know why it's doing this. Anyway, let me go back to I move it manually. Oh yes. Okay, so we are. So this comes to the other part of the talk to the bot. And in this part, this is a experience that I made in Second Life with, we were working on a project called Rainforest. This is a Rainforest edition. It was also a treasure hunt for the virtual world best practices in education this year. And as you can see here, these are the NPC or the bots. And the prompt that they have is a prompt designed to have a conversation with the students, and the students are supposed to convince the bot not to keep on poaching, okay, or not to keep on cutting trees down. So these are the three situations. In one, they're talking to a farmer, and the other one, they're talking to this hunter and a lumberjack, right? And they had to you got these posters here with information about poaching and how to stop. So these ideas help students then to organize their arguments and make questions and try to convince the bot. Okay, so, and again, writing prompts is how you make AI behave in the way that you need. And that's why these are wonderful for role play. Okay, now, reflecting a little on role play with AI language learning, we can see that here we have some questions for consideration, how can we enhance learning through AI interaction? How does interacting with AI through role play enhance language learning compared to traditional methods? After you use this, then you will be able to compare, right? So some reflecting questions to help you decide if this is okay or not to use in your classes. So to finish, we got the future of language learning is personalized, interactive, and engaging. So AI roleplay is a glimpse into what that future holds. I don't know if you agree with this. So now, can I ask you that question before we finish in the chat? Can you tell me if you agree with this, or what are what is your experience using roleplay? Have you done this before? No, I haven't talked about POI. Oh, nobody had talked about POI yet. Okay, David says, I have done lots of role play, but not using AI yet. Yes, I learned to role play in Second Life, as a matter of fact, in virtual worlds. So I haven't discovered role play. I would have never discovered I would have never used role play that way until I came there. So when that was the first thing I encountered when I came into Second Life, and I fell in love, and I say, oh, this is so good for language learning. So since then I've been hooked. I am not a really excellent role player, but I enjoy it. Okay. Well, if you need more resources about how to role play or how to integrate these tools into your classes, here, let me give you, oh, no, this is not the one. Well, you can use let me see, let's wait for the links to up here, or let me copy from here. Okay, how do you copy from here? Copy. Oh, what I'm copying? I'm copying probably the box. Okay, I think it's coming. This is a Wakelet where you can find ChatGPT using the language education. This is by Joe Dale. That is really good. And let me show you mine. This is mine. Here there is a really good bank of resources. I have been collecting these resources since the very first moment I started using AI. So you will find a lot of tools and presentations and articles and everything that is there to find, and use in class. So
Could
me
you paste the
share.
link, please?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
thank you.
coming. I'm coming.
I'm sorry, impatient.
I'm coming. Here we are. Okay, there. You have the link for AI for language learning. A lot. I'm keep on adding links there. So, and if you are interested, you can join a little group that I have in WhatsApp, teaching with AI. So there you can have a conversation about this. If you want to talk more about this, we can continue that conversation. And just let me copy the I don't know. Let me copy the invitation so you can, yeah, let me give you this link too. So if you have any questions, or every time I find something interesting, or any educator that is interested in working this, is looking for people to work on a project, and this is a channel, okay? This is a channel where you can reach me and other teachers from around the world.
Can I ask a question? Because
Okay.
I'm not too familiar with it, but I heard that ChatGPT, like OpenAI, offers that you can sell your custom.
Yes, but you have to pay for that. You have to get the premium account. You have to pay $20 a month, and then you can design your own. It's like Mizou, but with ChatGPT directly.
I was just wondering
And
whether you've considered doing this, because you're such a pioneer in that field, and I was just wondering whether you
yeah,
thought about publicizing basically this work.
yeah, I've been tempted, but since the problem with AI resources and all these wonderful applications that we have now, that if you start joining all these different things, then the amount of money that you're spending is like a large amount of money. So that's why I try to keep but well, as you say, I could make money out of that. But so far, I am keeping to using only free tools. And since I am helping other teachers, there is another one that you can follow. Let me show you my AI Reverie in Facebook. This is a page. If you are interested in learning more about this, this is a page I created. Where is it? A Reverie. Come on. This is one. It is called AI Reverie for language learning. So here, as you can see, tools from today's presentations. We got Flicky and AI Go AI. And basically this one is more for creating images, but it's also about AI. So you are invited to, if you are in Facebook, to follow that one too. Okay, so I think we are done. If you have any more questions, I'll be happy to be of help.
Actually, I'm going to share the Wakelet link on our program because Joe Dale was the first one to reply to the messages on the newsletter blast saying he would love to have presented at the virtual roundtable. Why he used to be always the keynote speaker, and like months ahead of time, I would ask Joe Dale, "When are you available?" And I would build the virtual roundtable around him. So this time he was not able to present, and he's traveling on today. So he
Okay. Yes, in terms of using AI, you can use all of them. All of them are good for particular thing, you know, Claude, Copilot, Gemini. I have used all of them, and I have them classified for what they work better for, you know. So and also there is a plethora.
Where's the
Oh
classification?
no, I don't have a classification. This is experience. I haven't done that yet. I'm sure that you will find there are a lot of teachers all over the world working on this, and this is why we are. I mean, this is growing so fast because you have a lot of effort. Not only the AI that is very fast, teachers are creating and adapting the tools, and this is what happened with technology since we first started. I belong to the Web Heads in Action, where our beautiful Master Jedi, Vance Steven, help us learn, be curious, and experiment, and have a community of practice to then share results and see what worked and it didn't work. Okay, and had a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah, this is why the sort of edtech tools as a video course provider and skill sharing video course provider came from, is the thought that there's so many tools at once and so much to learn, and so it's so helpful, Doris, as you are explaining not only the tool but also a way of using it in class. And this is what's lacking out there, because the tools are out there, but how to use them in class. And this is, we love you for that one. Absolutely love you for these examples of how to engage our students. Thank you ever so much for doing this.
The best way to learn is to experiment. You as teacher, all of these tools that you are going to encounter today, you just go and check it out and start on a little project and use it with your students and see what it works. And right now, what teachers should be doing is modeling. You know, we learn from model. I learn always from modeling, and the best way to learn something is just to try it out, like a language. I tell my students, if you don't start talking, then you will never learn. It's like riding a bicycle. You have to get on the bicycle to learn to ride it. So start talking.
And
well, it was a pleasure, and thank you for the invite, Elena and Heikki. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Role playing and for language learning. You're absolutely the pioneer. Thank you ever so much.
And stay exuberant. Doris, we love you for that. We love
you.
your way of approaching things and presenting them too. Lovely.
Not for nothing that you're the Thinkerer Award recipient of the year 2024. No, 23.
I don't know why. I don't know why they gave me that.
23.
Oh, you deserve it. 23, yeah. Okay.
Okay.